Yo, RX back with another recap of our first pay-per-view in a while, UFC 320, Ankalaev versus Pereira 2, or should I say Pereira versus Ankalaev 2. We back with another recap of a pay-per-view that was really damn good in my opinion. I thought this was a great card. 14 fights, which is the most we've got in a while, it feels like. Fun fights at that, very few of them duds. Of course, we all know what happened in the end by now, and even in some of the other fights. It was a good ass card, man. It truly was a really good card, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, and I really did enjoy it. I thought this was what we needed, a very good pay-per-view, since again we haven't had a pay-per-view since Hamza and Drakus, which I forgot about. I thought the last pay-per-view was Poirier, and yeah, I'm very very pleased with how this card turned out. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. I had very few moments where I was enjoying it. And yeah, I'm ready to recap it. A day late, I said last night on stream, well, I'm gonna record it, recap in like an hour. Yeah, I was asleep. I passed out. So I hope y'all don't mind too much. But yeah, still getting a recap out on Sunday, as I always do. And I'm gonna get this recap done for y'all, so. And I'm excited to do the recap anyway, because the card was really damn good, so let's fucking do it, man. Great card. I thought I was high on this card going into it. I'm happy with the card going out of it. Again, there was a few duds, but when the card was good, it was good. I had fun. I enjoyed it. The pay-per-views are back, and let's talk about it. So, before we do, let's say the normal YouTube bullshit, other final thing before getting into the recap, and that is, of course, please like, comment, subscribe. 200 subs goal by the end of 2025. And unless I'm ready to say something which I don't believe I am, I did the YouTube bullshit. I told you how I thought the cards were very good without going into much detail. I think we shall get into this, shall we? That was a shitty sentence, but I think we should get into this bitch. We have 14 fights to recap. Some recap will be longer than others, and some will get a fight ideas and others won't. It's gonna be fun. Let's get into it. UFC 320 recap. 14 fights from the capital of fighting, Las Vegas. Let's do it. UFC 320 recap. You ready? I know I am. So let's begin. We had 14 fights, the same 14 we broke down, just in a different order for the prelims. They moved the prelims around on Friday afternoon, so that was weird. But either way, we still got the fights we broke down, and they did not change away the first two fights, so our first fight of the night is the same one we broke down on Thursday or Friday. And it went exactly as we all knew it would, as we had in our first fight of the night, to bring us back to pay-per-view since Drakus Hamza, that shit show. We had to begin UFC 320 in the women's flyweight division, a fight everyone predicted perfectly because there's no way to not predict this perfectly. We had to begin UFC 320, Veronica Hardy versus Brogan Walker. Yeah, I think everyone got this fight perfectly correct. There's no way you didn't. One of the easiest picks of the night. The only thing is Soul could predict this wrong. 3% try to be smart and they look stupid. Because for 3 rounds that everyone on Earth predicted, Veronica just beat Brogan with ease. 327 across the board. Everyone agrees on that scorecard. Yeah, nothing great happened in the fight. Like, the only highlight really was in round 2. Veronica dropped Brogan with an overhand right. that was a good shot. I'll tell you that. Veronica dominated on the feet, got taken down like twice, but didn't lead to anything. She locked up an armbar at the end of round 1 that she thought ended in a tap, but it didn't. And she got the 30-27 W. Yeah, pretty easy there. Again, not really too much to it. She dominated a shit fighter like we all knew she would. Minus 800, or wherever the fuck she was by fight time. Everyone predicted this right. Brogan Walker's garbage. Veronica Hardy's good. Yeah, pretty simple fight to recap in terms of the fight itself, so shall we just get into the fighters? I see no reason not to. Obviously, we'll begin with the winner of the fight, Veronica Hardy. Now, I think going above 500, or staying at 500 in the UFC. Getting her 5th win, now 4-1 in her last 5. Yeah, she's good. Everything I said in the breakdown, I stand by here. I think she is a top 20 flyweight. Of course, she's never going to be a top 10 champion or whatever. But she's good. She could easily sneak into the bottom of the top 15. She would beat a few of the people ranked in top 15. I would pick her to beat Karine Silva. So, she's pretty good. Like, what else is there really say? Nice, easy bounce back win for Hardy, as expected. That's all it was meant to be. Got the dub. She's still pretty good, still pretty young. What else is there to really say? Good win for Veronica. Get back on track to start tonight. There you go. And then for the opponent, Brogan Walker. Oof. Yeah, what is there to really say about the loser of this one? 7-5 now at 36 years old. Yeah, she's terrible. She can get cut now. Should have been cut before, but they gave her another shot, and now I think it's more than time to get rid of her. 0-3. She's old. She's not good. She's showed nothing in her 3 UFC fights. Yeah, she got to the tough finale, but that was a shit tough season, so what do you expect? Yeah, you can cut her. She sucked. Never should have been signed to begin with because she lost the tough finale, but UC's stupid. She's terrible. Next. And with that being said, I think the only thing left to say, as I always forget to open this tab beforehand, is the final part of every recap, and that is asking, who should they fight next? For Veronica, she didn't get a step up, because I don't think you get a step down from Brogan Walker, but who? I saw someone say, oh, give her a top 15 shot. I don't know about that. She did just lose her last fight, so let's keep that in mind. But she is good. So, again, she has done more winning lately than losing, but who could she fight? Let's see. Like, who is even in the top 15? The Fernanda, Aldridge, Moore, okay, yeah, I don't think she's gonna fight any of them. So that kind of leaves some unranked options, but who? Judice wouldn't be bad, but I forget who I said Judice should fight after her last one. Probably not Hardy. Dione. Yeah, there's just not a lot of fighters in this division. Jesus Christ. Fuck it. Looking back, that was my idea before. Judice and Hardy. Let's do it. Judice and Veronica Hardy. That'd be a good fight. Winner can get a top 15 shot. I don't know who else they would fight, because like Bruna's a strawweight. These fighters are not very good. Like, Fernandez is ranked now. Wada, she already fought. Dione, like, yeah, fight Judice and Hardy. Let's run it back, because I think they're maybe the 2 best unranked fighters in this division at this point. So, yeah, let's run it. I see no reason not to. There's not very many other options, so let's do it. Hardy and Judice. Book it. Would be a good fight. Could go either way. I'm more than down to see that fight. book it. Jiří and Hardy would be a banger. There you go. Yeah, okay. It's pretty simple. Can't really say much else there. And, yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah, not really much else to say. Jiří, Hardy would be a good fight. Brogan get cut. Good win for Hardy. Getting back on track. Yeah, I think I've talked about this fight too much, and now I'm just kind of thinking of anything I can say, so... Yeah, good one for Veronica. God, that division is shallow, but... There are a few good fighters in it, and Hardy can fight one of them. Jiří, Hardy, book it. Brogan can get fucking cut. This fight was predictable. One of the weakest of the night. Not the worst, but one of probably the second worst fight of the night. And, yeah, that's about that. Easy win for Hardy, as we all predicted. And let's get a step up against Jiří, and what will be probably a winner gets a top 15 shot. So, book it. Walker sucks. Good bounce back for Hardy. As after that, we get to our first of many finishes tonight, and our first of many male fights tonight, heading up to welterweight for the first time on these early prelims, or the only other prelim not to really get touched in this workaround, fixed, whatever you want to say, order of the card. As we had in our second fight of the night, our first upset of the night, another thing that happened a few times, our first finish of the night, first male fight, a lot of first in this fight for this card. As we had in our second fight of the night, probably the first fight a lot of people got wrong as well. We had in our second fight of the night, at welterweight, we had Ramiz Brahimaj versus Austin Vanderford. Well, the Van Zants are still terrible at fighting. Yeah, I know we're not shocked by that. Ramiz pulling off the first upset and finish of the night. To recap the fight, because not really much to recap. Wrong one completely. In round one, it's not a whole lot on the round. On the feet, Ramiz did a little bit better work than Austin, but eventually Austin got the takedown, held Ramiz on the cage for like 3 minutes or whatever, and took round one. But then round two started, and Ramiz came out like a bat out of hell, went at Austin, cracked him, hurt him pretty badly with the hands. Vanderford was trying to back up against the cage and got head kicked, which sounded like a fucking gunshot went off, but he got head kicked, got a giant gash on above his left eye, and from that point he was kind of just never back in the fight. Shot a takedown, got stuffed. Ramiz was in sprawl for a long time till he finally locked up with some type of guillotine choke, even though he kind of just choked him with his hands, and eventually Vanderford tapped, and that was that. It did look like Vanderford pretty much just tapped because Ramiz had his balls on the back of his head, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, the Van Zants are still shitty fighters, if you can even call them fighters. And, yeah, Vanderford got cracked and subbed here. He sucks, as we kind of knew from, obviously, how his stint in other promotions ended. And, apparently Ramiz Brahimaj is good now, which might be the most shocking thing with this fight, so... Yeah, I'm not really sure what to think there. First upset of the night, first finish of the night. Good on Ramiz, man. Fine fight. Again, the head kick was nice, the finish was fine. Good stuff. Not very much else to say. Yeah, good for Ramiz. Good second fight of the night. A good way to wake up the crowd a bit after that forgettable Hardy fight. And, yeah, that's about that, man. There you go. Not very much else to say. Let's talk about the winner. Let's talk about the fighters. Beginning with the winner of the fight, Ramiz Brahimaj, now on his first ever 3-fight winning streak in the UFC. Again, apparently he's good now. I'm confused, but okay. Yeah, now on a 3-fight winning streak. Not against top tier competition. Golf and Vanderford are not known to be good. But for Ramiz, that's better than nothing. Now on a 3-fight winning streak, all finishes. apparently he's good now. He's still pretty young at 32. Yeah, good for him. I think, what, second win in a row as an underdog? Yeah, he was underdog against Billy, so... yeah, good for Ramiz. Good win. What else is there to really say? So... yeah, apparently Ramiz Brahimaj is actually good now. I guess that's really the only main takeaway from all this. Yeah, good for him. No idea how he's actually good now, but apparently he is. And then for the opponent, Mr. Van Zandt, who was not as lucky as Mrs. Hardy tonight when it comes to couples winning. Yeah, taking his first UCL, 1-1 now. Yeah, he's ass. We already knew that from his Bellator run, how that all ended, and now, yeah, he's still shit. Well, the end of Van Zandts have no fucking talent, and, yeah. If he sucks, he'll be a journeyman in the UFC. He'll win. He'll, like, by the end of the UFC run, he'll probably be like 3-2 or some bullshit. And yeah, he's just nothing special. He sucks. The Van Zandts are pathetic jokes, and it's insane how a couple MMA can have so little MMA talent. But, with that being said, we have to end this recap for this fight with the same thing we always end with, usually. And that is a fight idea, beginning with a fight idea for the winner. Well, not like I'm gonna give Austin one. Starting with the fight idea for the winner, as always. This time it is Ramiz Brahimaj. Who could he fight? Because now, after a 3-fight winning streak of all finishes, he deserves a pretty good opponent. But who? He has options. He has many options. But who? There's definitely big names out there for him. Like, Geico Burns just fell off. He deserves a good, like, maybe a Cross Liao wouldn't be too bad. I would be okay to see that. Yeah. No. Chaos Williams has kind of lost all of his fucking aura. I don't, like, I was gonna say D-Rod, but then I remember D-Rod is actually somehow ranked still. I don't hate the Carlos Liao fight. I think that'd be intriguing. That'd be another good win for Ramiz, a guy who's decent, not great. I would probably take Ramiz to win that fight. Because aside that, all you got here, these are cans that he would beat easily. Like, prospects that would be kind of bullshit to feed him to. And then you move up and you got, like, I'm fine with the Carlos Liao fight. I think that'd be interesting. A more respectable opponent in Liao's and his current wins. I would be down to see it. Like, because again, outside of that, who? Like, he's not gonna fight one of these or he shouldn't. Like, what? Leech and Chaos does nothing for him. Like, what? Medic or Curtis? That's silly. Chiasson, maybe? I didn't hate that idea, but I still think he should fight Colby. Yeah, I'm down for Ramiz Brahimaj and Carlos Liao. I think that'd be an interesting one. I'd definitely take Ramiz to win that. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Why not? Liao coming off that pitiful performance against Salikov for Ramiz, not a 3-fight winning streak. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Book it. I think that's a good fight. I got another win for Ramiz. Yeah, I'd be down to see it. Let's do it. Not really much else to say. Good win for Ramiz, big underdog, and first underdog to win on the night, and just in general, first finish of the night. A lot of good things with this fight. Good win for Ramiz, and yeah, he's apparently good now. Vanderford, or the Van Zandts, we should say, are still horrendous excuses for fighters, and they fucking suck. And yeah, good for Ramiz, good win. And who should they fight next? I like the idea of him and Carlos Liao. I think that'd be a good one. Very good go, since he's actually good now. Van are jokes. Let's see Ramiz, yeah. I think I said the same thing like 4 times, but, you know, yeah, you gotta talk about the good more than the bad on this card. Yeah. So speaking of fights that were not great, but fine, we go to our third fight of the night, a fight that got moved down a good amount, even though it's actually a pretty big, decent fight on paper, and execution is kind of but you know, it is what it is. As we had in our third fight of the night in the bantamweight division, a very big fight here between one of the brightest prospects and an OG, former ranked main eventer. We had in our third fight of the night one of the more forgettable fights of the night. We had Farid Basharat versus Chris Gutierrez. Yeah, not the greatest fight on the card, that's for sure, but it was a very telling fight to see how good Farid he was, and he looked very good, even if the fight was maybe not very good. First 10 minutes of the fight, Farid kind of dominated in round 1. He sealed the round for takedown and control time at the end. Round 2, he won mainly on the feet, if I remember. He was mainly winning a striking match, which was pretty impressive to see. So that was the first 10 minutes pretty much out the way there. But then round 3, he did fade a little bit, and Gutierrez started to have a really good round, dropped him late. Won round 3 for sure, but it was too little too late, as Farid Basharat got the win. It'd stay undefeated, 29-28, first 2 rounds pretty easily. And yeah, good win for him. Not the most exciting, like I said, but it was about what I expected. Actually, his striking was a little better than I thought it would be. And yeah, he got the nod, got the win, still undefeated, still looks really damn good. Beating a guy like Gutierrez, who is really damn good. Impressive. What else can you really say? Yeah, best fight on the card? No. Worst? I wouldn't say that. It was, again, one of the more forgettable. And, it happened. It just pretty much showed how good Farid is in not a very exciting way. And, yeah. Good win for Farid. Guess the only thing I have to say now is, let's talk about the fighters. And not who the fighter is. For Farid, still undefeated, 14-0, 28 years old, 5-0 now in the UFC with some good-ass wins, Blackshear, Lapulus, Gutierrez. Those are some top-tier wins for your first 5 UFC fights, to not even, like he's not one of these prospects who's beating tomato cans, he actually has legit good wins. Dude's scary. Dude's scary good. If striking is getting better, if his cardio can get better, dude, good luck beating this guy. He's good. Again, to have on your wins list in your first 5 UFC fights, Damon Blackshear, Chris Gutierrez, and Taylor Lapulus. Dude's good, man. Farid's no joke. Javed has tried to ruin the Basharat name. Farid is good though, and still undefeated. She's probably gonna be in top 15 sooner than later. With wins like that, dude's scary. And then for the opponent, Chris Gutierrez, now taking only his 4th ever UFC loss, which I feel like he's lost more, but I guess not. Yeah, he's in the same position he's always been in, really. He's really good. He's still a top 20-25 dude in the division. He's never going to be able to beat the higher echelon of guys, but he can beat mainly everyone else. And, yeah, he's still really good. We're going to hear from him for a while still. He's only, what, 32? 34? Yeah, he's good. Still really good. And, yeah, we're probably going to see him fight again sometime next year and probably get another win because he's good. Maybe not top tier, but far from the bottom. We're getting with Gutierrez at this point, just a very good veteran. Yes, the only thing really left to say now, since I'm not trying to run through this fight quickly or anything, but just not a lot to say about it, is who should they fight next? For Farid, the question is, does he get a top 15 shot? Maybe. Maybe. You could definitely make a case for it with the wins that he has, but will he actually get it? I don't know. but he will get a good fight nonetheless, even if it's not in the top 15. But who? That's the good question to be asked. So, with the wins that he has, what would be fair? Obviously, none of these guys, he's above all of them. Now we're starting to get to where he could, but even these guys are under him because he's like right outside the top 15 now. Martinez would make a lot of sense because he's on a 2-fight skid. Yeah, probably a guy in the top 15, to be honest. Like, who's still ranked in McGee, Kyler, Font? Okay. It's either Font or Kyler is who, would make the most sense for Farid. Cause I'm trying to think who else would you give a top 15 shot to. Yeah, I'd probably say Kyler would make the most sense for, Farid. Like, Kyler really having a down period in his career would probably, lose that fight and get Farid in the top 15. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Farid, Kyler. Like, unless there's someone else they're gonna give a top 15 shot to, like Raul Rosas, I know they want to, but they could just rebook the Font fight. And then, like, who else is there? Like, so. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm down to see Farid and Kyler Phillips. I think that kind of resonates a little more than a Rob Font fight. And, let's do it. Kyler Phillips, Farid Basharat. Sounds like a good fight to me. See no reason not to do it. So do it. Pretty, simple shit there. Yeah, it's either Font or Kyler, and I think Kyler's a lot interesting against Farid, so let's book it. Nothing really else to say. Farid more than deserves a top 15 opportunity, and yeah, let's do it. Pretty simple. Not much else to say. Fine fight here, nothing special. Again, Farid just took over the first 10 minutes, even with his striking, which was impressive, and then lost round 3. Happens. Fight Kyler, who has even worse cardio in my opinion, and yeah, not very much else to say. Farid, Kyler, book it. Gutierrez will bounce back against somebody, and yeah, pretty simple. Good win for Farid, still undefeated, still very good, and there you go. Let's see how far this Basharat can go, because we all know the other one fucking stinks. So Farid, Kyler, let's get him in the top 15. Book it. After that, we hit our prelim co-main event. A fight that I predicted perfectly, because even my dumbass can get something right once in a while. I know my shit sometimes, and I knew my shit here. As we have in our co-main event, the early prelims, a fight that was shockingly pretty good. We had in the final female fight of the card, or fourth fight of the card, in our early prelims co-main event, the best fight on the prelims somehow. I don't get how either. We had in our top 10 battle at women's bantamweight, Yana Santos versus Macy Chiasson. And my pick for the best underdog on the card gets the W. Thank you. Sometimes I know my shit. And again, weirdly, this was a good fight. I can't believe I'm saying that about Yana Santos and Macy Chiasson, but what the fuck do I know at this point? Our elephant in the room is Chiasson did miss weight, 137.5. Shocker, nothing new for her. And actually nothing new for Yana Santos, who has fought like 4 or 5 opponents who's missed weight, so respect to her, and I think she's beat most of them, so that's even better. To go over the fight, this was the first fight on the card where it was kind of close. You can make a debate for either side. The first close decision of the card. Round 1, Yana dominated, went right at Macy like she was just pissed off. I believe broke Macy's nose in round 1 with a clinch elbow, so that was brutal. but Quay taking round 1. Round 2, a lot closer, the closest round of the fight. Both had moments. Macy did, I think Yana did steal the round late with, like, literally the last shot of the round. She threw a beautiful front kick right to Macy's face. I'm shocked it didn't crack Macy out cold or anything. So Yana, I think, took the round late there. But it was close. You could make a case for Macy getting that round. And then round 3, when Yana gassed a bit, Macy took her down and had a lot of good time on top. But it was too little, too late, couldn't get to finish. And Yana Santos on all 3 scorecards got the 29-28 nod. I agree. Even the people agree, which is rare to actually see. And Yana got the dub. I agree with the score. I think Yana did steal round 2 late. But it was close. It would have been very debatable if they gave it to Macy, but they wouldn't have been the worst scorecard in the world. But I think they got it right. And again, weirdly, this was a really good fight, which made in the first 10 minutes, like, Yana was pissed off just trying to rip Macy in half, and obviously Macy's no pussy, so chill fight, and it was weirdly a good fight. Like, I would say easily the best early prelim fight overall, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good fight. I enjoyed getting my underdog pick right even more. Thank you. And yeah, good fight. Yana was pissed off and did her thing. Judges got it right. I'll take it. So yeah, pretty good fight here. Shockingly, between these two, I never thought I would say that, and not really much more to say, so there you go. To talk about the fighters now, we'll begin with the veteran on a winning streak somehow, Yana Santos, now on a 3-fight winning streak at 35 years old. Her first ever, almost really her first ever winning streak in UFC. She's had two 2-fight winning streaks, but never a 3-fight one. And now she's into the top 5, which is pretty crazy to see. Again, is it the greatest winning streak in the world? No. Chelsea Chandler, awful. Misha Tate, it's 70. And Chiasson is actually alright. Would Chiasson be her best win in the UFC? Probably. Yeah, good for Yana, man. She has really gotten better. Like, after, like, she was not looking good here, but she's looked good since, and yeah, 3-fight winning streak now, heading into the top 5 of the division. No, she's not getting a title shot or be champ, but yeah, you're good to see a veteran just make one more career push towards a big fight. So good for her. She had a fun fight here, 3 in a row now. Good for Yana. She welcome to the top 5 for probably the first time in her career. Well, when it looked like she was on the chopping block after the Karahosa fight even more, so good for Yana, man. And then for Macy, one of the most frustrating fighters on the roster, taking her second L in a row. And it's, what can you say of Macy besides always something with her? She has the talent, she's got the size, the build, the grappling, even her striking's okay, but her cardio's ass, and more importantly, she just has no idea how to make weight. She's had every opportunity to make weight, and she always, either she misses, or the fight gets moved up some weight. It's like, Jesus Christ, Macy. Like, she is talented, she is a good fighter, but she's always getting in her own way, and now she's, 8-5 in UFC, losing in her last, 5, 6, 7, being 3-4. So, she, I don't know, if she loses again, I wouldn't be shocked they cut her after this. She's just getting too much of an issue, and, yeah, I would not be surprised if she gets shipped off sooner than later. She's not a bad fighter, but if you're always in a worry and an issue to actually, show up on weight and fight, why should we keep you? You're talented, but Jesus Christ, man, always something with her. Always fucking something with Machine Gun Kelly. With all that being said, I think the only thing left to be said is that, of course, who should they fight next? And this is another time we get to use the rankings, which are bullshit. But the rankings, which now we see Yana move up to number 5 from 10, giant jump up. And we'll see how far Macy falls down. Now it's an interesting question. What does Yana do now? Obviously, Catelyn's fighting Norma. I don't know what the fuck Juliana's gonna do. She might just fucking retire. Who knows? Probably Raquel would make the most sense for Yana. She's not gonna fight down, because who really deserves that fight anyway? Eileen, and why would Yana ever take that? So, yeah, I think Rocky and Yana would make the most sense. A fight that's never happened before, I don't believe, which is kind of shocking. Yeah, never happened, never even been booked. So, yeah, I'd be down with you. It makes a lot of sense. Killian, I don't know what Peña's doing. And then, well, I would not be shocked Peña fights the winner of Catelyn, Norma. And, obviously, then that would leave Raquel still without a fight. So let's see Raquel and Yana make a lot of sense. Fuck it, Yana deserves it. Could she win that fight? Maybe. I think that should be a pick'em. Let's do it. Yana, Raquel, never happened before. Let's see it. Not very much else to say. For Macy, I don't know. Maybe she fights Eileen. Maybe, I don't know. They gotta get Eileen a fight already. Like either Irene or probably Macy. Yeah, we'll see what they do with Macy. I could even see her going as far down as fighting like a fucking, maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe like Carahosa. I could see against Macy. Something along those lines. We'll see. And, yeah. We'll see what they do with Macy if they keep her. And I would not blame the UFC if they got rid of her, so we'll see. And, yeah, good one for Yana. Good pick by yours truly. I like to feel smart sometimes. And, yeah, let's see what happens. Yana and Raquel makes no sense. Macy, we'll see what they do with her. Yep, good win, good fight. Weirdly a good fight. I still can't believe this was actually a really solid fight. And, yeah, let's see Yana and Raquel. Yana deserves it. Veteran having a nice winning streak now. Good for Foxy. And good for me, because I got a good pick out of it, so thank you. And then after that, we end the early prelims with a fight that was easily the worst fight of the night. I'm going to spend no time on this because it doesn't deserve any time to be spent on it, because it was the worst fight on the card. As we had in our featured early prelim at welterweight, a fight that was fucking dreadful to watch because neither guy wanted to actually fight. We had in our featured early prelim the worst fight of the card. Punahele Soriano versus Nikolay Veretennikov. Yeah, this fight was the worst fight on the card, like I said. I'm not gonna say a lot here because it was so fucking pathetic. For 3 rounds, Puna just took down Nikolay and laid on him. Easily got the win. Terrible. What else can you really say outside of it was terrible? Puna was boring, kind of like the Miguel Baeza fight, actually exactly like the Miguel Baeza fight. Nikolay is fucking awful, but for some reason the UFC really likes him, so they'll keep him around. Shit fight, shit fighters. Meh. Nothing to say. I'm not gonna fight Ilia Puna because he's too boring, and yeah, don't know why he didn't just decide to knock out a guy who's fucking awful, but he wanted to play goddamn Khabib Simulator, so good for him. He sucks. Boring. Worst fight on the card. Somehow Yana and Macy was the best early prelim. Let that sink in. And, yeah, that was the early prelims. Fine. Saved by Yana and Ramiz somehow. Hardy was predictable, Farid was fine, and, Soriano was pathetic. Shitty fight. to end it, but the rest was okay, and the middle was good. The first and last fight were bad. The middle part was good. Fine early prelims, and easily the weakest part of the card. So let's get away from it, and let's get to a part of the card that was a little bit better, and that was the actual prelims, which were actually pretty solid. I really enjoyed these, and I'm ready to recap them, even if I don't got a lot to say for, I think, 3 of the 4 fights. Still, excited to recap them, so let's do just that. As we'll begin with the new opening prelim, which was originally the prelim co-main, but got moved down 2 slots, so now with opening the prelims, and yeah, it was still pretty decent as expected, pretty easily predict, and pretty whatever, not really anything crazy here happened besides what we already knew was gonna happen. As we had in our first fight of the prelims, at middleweight, a very busy division on these prelims. We had to open them at middleweight with a predictable fight that would have been cool 4 years ago. We had to start the prelims, Edmen Shahbazyan versus André Muniz. Yeah, I doubt anyone is shocked by the outcome here. What is there to really say? And they had mainly a kickboxing match because Muniz couldn't get the takedowns. After a while, he just started pulling guard. He was so fucking, I don't know why I'm showing this. There was no round 2. Yeah, see, Edmen was beating him on the feet. Muniz couldn't get the fight down. Eventually, Muniz just started throwing hands. He got clipped in close with a elbow or like a left hook. It was some little quick shot that hurt him, stumbled him, and then Edmen jumped on him after he kind of just crumpled because he was so hurt, and then some ground and pound, and he finished him. Pretty simple. Not really much else to it. No shocker there. I did not get my round 2 finish, thanks Edmen, you prick. And, yeah, pretty easy. Not very much to say. But Muniz can't strike, Edmen can. So he did. He beat him. Simple. Easy. What can you do? Edmen can beat shitty fighters. We already knew that. Fight show taught us nothing we didn't already know. So let's just talk about fighters. For Edmen, getting a 3rd win in a row against a shit fighter. Yeah, I know everyone might be wondering, oh, he's back. Is he? He's beat 3 wrestlers who can't strike. Don Budka, shit. André Procházka, shit. And André Muniz, shit. He's beat 3 wrestlers who can't strike. Edmen's not good. He's not good. He's not back. Every time he wins a fight, he's never back. Wait till he fights someone who actually has talent. When that happens, and he loses, like he will, it's over. Edmen is going to fucking get exposed again, and that's gonna be that. What else can you really say, man? He beat André Muniz, André Procházka, and Dylan Budka. That's one of the weakest 3-fight winning streaks I've ever seen. I'm at good win, good finish, but Jesus Christ, he's not back. He's not good. He's gonna get exposed again like he always does, because that's Edmen Shahbazyan's story. He just isn't that good. And then, for André Muniz, I don't know why my nose always gets stuffy when doing radio bullshit or streams. Muniz taking his 2nd finish late in a round this year. All of his finish losses are at the over the 4-minute mark of the round. So fucking weird. Yeah, Muniz is still shit. I doubt they cut him yet because I think they like him for some reason, or they're gonna give him one more fight. Yeah, he's terrible, but he's a good body to get beat up by someone. And, yeah, he'll probably fight again in the future in the UFC. Probably get one more fight where he'll lose and then get cut. Or, again, I would not be totally shocked they cut him now, but we'll see. He's not very good. He's just a shitty grappler. An old, shitty grappler. Pretty simple. Not much to it. Yeah, simple. Not really much else to say. So, yeah, simple fight. Let's talk about a fight idea, I guess, for Edmen, even though we already know they're going to give him a fucking layup like they always do, more than likely. Not often do they give Edmen tough fights, and when they do, he's gonna lose. So, you know, they're gonna definitely baby him like they always do. But if they don't, who could he fight? They're gonna probably give him a okay-ish opponent after a 3-5 winning streak. None of these guys. Tulio, they don't want to get Edmen fucking murdered. And no. Pereira, I don't know about that one. CLD, Olejczyk, him and KG would be fun. I'd be kind of down to see KG and Edmen. I think that'd be a pretty good fight. And the Sultan. And I don't know about that one. So yeah, I'd be down to see Edmen and KG, to be honest. Kelvin Gastelum, I think that'd be pretty good, actually. Did I give KG a fight idea after his last fight? I doubt it. Yeah, okay. I think I'd be down for that. Edmen and Gastelum, two of the UFC's favorite guys for some fucking reason. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I think I'd be very... It's either KG or Sultan. Yeah, I'd be down to see him fight Gastelum. Yeah, let's do it. Edmen and Gastelum. Fuck it. Why not? I think that'd be a very interesting fight. Like, if you said that fight like 6 years ago, people would say, oh yeah, that could easily be a title fight. But now it's like a fucking Apex fucking third fight on the main card. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Edmen and KG. They're not gonna do it, but it'd be fun. So, let's do it. Edmen, KG. Book it. And then, again, I doubt they cut Muniz. If they did, I don't think anyone would have an issue with it, but I think more than likely they won't. So, yeah. So, they'll probably feed Muniz to one more guy, like a Contender Series guy or some shit like that. And then they'll cut him. And then, for Edmen, again, let's see him fight Kelvin Gastelum. I think that'd be a very intriguing fight. So, book it. Not very much else to say. Edmen beat up a guy he was easily meant to beat up. Like, all of his wins lately. Not much else to say. I'm not still to have nothing great to say about Edmen, because I don't think it's anything that special. And, yeah, let's see him and Kelvin Gastelum. Makes sense. Look at Edmen starting off prelims hot with an easy finish against a guy he was meant to easily finish. Pretty simple. Cherry-picked opponent by the UFC, you know how they do with Edmen. But then we go up to our next fight, my favorite fight on the card, just because I enjoyed every second of it, especially that decision. And speaking of cherry picks gone wrong, our second fight of the prelims, my favorite fight of the card, because it went exactly how I wanted it to. I could not be happier. I love judging, as we had in our second fight of the prelim. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on this fight, because it's fucking terrible, and both these guys are awful fighters. But I had a great time watching this, as we had in our second fight of the prelims at bantamweight, my favorite fight of the card, Jakub. I still have no idea how they say his last name. I'm just gonna keep saying Wikłacz. Like it sounded like they were saying Big Watch or some shit. I don't know. Versus Patchy Mix. Oh god, did I love this. This just brought pure joy to me. This made my night. I don't care what happened the rest of the card, this made my night. I'm not gonna talk about the fight, because there's nothing to say. The fight was fucking garbage. Both these guys are fucking horrendous. This Jakub dude is garbage. He did clearly win this fight. He clearly won the first two rounds, but, you know, people want to cry about the parlay getting fucked up. But, yeah, this Jakub dude is gonna get smashed by any legit fighters. But this tomato can. Oh boy, I'm so happy to see him continuously suck. He is fucking garbage. I can't say it in simpler terms. Patchy Mix is one of the worst fighters I've ever fucking seen. He can't strike. His wrestling's not even good. He's fucking awful, and I'm so happy that after all the shit you talked about this bum for years, he finally comes over to the big leagues and he sucks. Thank you. He would have never beat Merab. He would have never beat O'Malley, Piotr, any of those guys. He can't beat some KSW can. Oh, this guy's awful. This dude's fucking terrible. And I'm so happy to be right. This guy's a joke. Cut him on this fight. He shouldn't even made it past the Batista fight, let alone this one. Get rid of him. He's a joke, can, bum, fraud that should be back in fucking PFO or LFA, whatever dump he wants to go to. He did piss poor in the minor leagues. Now he's in the big league, and he sucks even worse. He's a joke. Good riddance, you piece of shit, can. You fucking suck. How meaningless is this bout? Is all I can say. Good riddance, you suck. You're not any better, Jakub, but you won and you made me happy, so good job. I'm definitely picking against you in your next fight. Nothing else to say. My favorite fight of the card, just because I love watching a can get beat. Shit fight overall, but I don't care. I'm happy. Fuck Patchy Mix. As we go from the most enjoyable fight of the card to one of my few L's of the card, which pissed me off, but it was a good finish, so I can look past it. As we head to our co-main event of the prelims, a fight at pretty much lightweight that was kind of interesting, and I guess karma-inducing to an extent for the loser here, and the parlay killer for mine and JB's parlays. You know, that's always great. As we had our prelim co-main event of the evening up at 153, because I know Santos couldn't make 145, and it showed. As we had at 153 in our prelim co-main event, a start of a 5-6 fight finish streak. We had Daniel Santos versus Ju Sang Yu. Well, we needed one fraud check to this card, and we got it here. Yeah, Ju Sang Yu was definitely feeling his own hype more than he probably should have, and yeah, it backfired pretty badly. Round 1, not a lot happened. Santos kind of beat up Yu on the feet. He really didn't do a lot of blocking, and he just got clipped a bunch of times, and even on the ground he did get taken down, held down for like a minute or two. So just not a really good first round for Ju Sang. And then round 2, which I don't know how all 3 judges gave the round to Ju Sang, but you know, it's what it is. And then in round 2, he got knocked out in 21 seconds. He still never put his hands up to block, and eventually he got clipped, got put down, and got finished. The main thing I can think when I saw this, and it's a classic Joe Rogan quote, I believe, after Silva Weidman, you can't play games in the octagon. That's what that's what you saying you learned here. He played games. He was taunting, he wasn't really blocking, and he got fucked up for it. What can he really do? Fraud got checked. That's the fucking bare minimum you can say here. Yeah, he just played too many games and paid the price. Yeah, you just can't play games in the octagon, let alone against a very good fighter like Daniel Santos. Like, he did look good against Jakub, but Jakub is awful. Daniel Santos is no little bitch, and he showed that very quickly, putting Ju Sang Yu out. And, yeah, again, you just can't play games in the octagon, so yeah, good win for Daniel Santos. Probably should have got a bonus, but he did. I guess they're going to say he missed weight, and, yeah, not really a whole lot left to really say. It was a pretty simple fight. Round 1, again, I think Daniel Santos took it, but it is what it is. And then he finally just clipped him in round 2. What can you say? Not really a whole lot else to say. So let's talk about the fighters. We'll begin with the loser for once, Ju Sang Yu. What is there to say? Again, the fraud of the card. Never call yourself Zombie Jr. again, because Zombie would never get put out like a little bitch like you did. And, yeah, Ju Sang Yu fucking sucks. He's too confident, he's too cocky, and he got the karma he deserved here. I'm losing my voice already. Yeah, he's sucks, fraud checked, and that's about that, man. Not really much else to it. Good job being fraud checked, dummy. Maybe learn how to block, or not even learn, just decide to block. Never call yourself Zombie Junior again, because Zombie would actually block. And if he didn't block, he wouldn't go out like a bitch because he's taunting. And then to talk about the winner here, to give him the credit he deserves in the spotlight, Daniel Santos, getting his 4th win in the UFC in a row, 2nd finish. This dude's good when he's active and fighting. Daniel Santos is really fucking good. Maybe he just needs to be active and fighting, and especially making weight for the weight class that he agrees to fight at. He's good. Like, I'm not really much else I can say. Like, we already knew he was pretty damn good. 4-fight winning streak now. Fraud checking, juicing. Dude's pretty good. Still pretty young. 30 years old, starting off the next week. Pretty good for Shoot the Box. Obviously, we know what next week is. Good for Daniel Santos getting the spotlight he deserves, because again, he is a very good fighter. And if you can just stay active and make weight at featherweight, it's gonna be pretty good. So let's see how far he can really go at featherweight if he can just stay active. Dude's pretty damn good, and that's really all I gotta say there. Good for him. Happy to get in the spotlight he deserves. Good win. Very good win. And I guess we can go right back here and say, to end the recap for this fight, who should they fight next? For Daniel, I guess he's gonna try and fight at featherweight next time. I don't know if I really have a fight idea for him, but we'll try and find one nonetheless. Now on a 4-fight winning streak, beating Jusang, which is a pretty big win. Who could he fight? There's definitely options for him. But who? I don't know. Like, maybe to rebook the Duho Choi fight, even though I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I don't know, I just really don't have a strong fight here for Daniel, because also, again, he needs to make weight at featherweight, so that's all going to be a big issue for him. And yeah, I really just don't have a fight idea for him. Like, I would like to see him fight again ASAP, because he's really good, but if he can't make featherweight, and this was not like a fucking short notice thing, he had a full camp. I don't know, I just have a weird feeling, so fuck, maybe he's moving up to lightweight. That's probably not a good idea, but if he can't make featherweight, he has to do something, so maybe lightweight is the move for him. I don't know, I'm intrigued to see what happens here with him, and yeah, let's see what happens. Wish I could find a fight idea for him, but just nothing really popping up in my mind. Even through that quick look through, I just didn't see much. I just get a weird feeling, so I don't know. We'll see what they do with him next. If he's good, we'll see what happens. And yeah, good for him. Happy he got the win. Again, you probably could make a case he should have got a bonus, but I guess if he missed weight, is that what they're going with? Then fine, I get it. And yeah, good win for Daniel Santos. Fraud checking the Zombie Junior. You know, again, never call yourself that again, because you suck. Not very much else to say. Good win for Daniel. Happy he's getting a lot of respect he deserves now. Eyes on him that he deserves. He's good. Juicing you is a fraud can. That's about that. Not really too much else to say there, so yeah, there you go. And then we get into our featured prelim, another super quick recap we don't have to spend a lot of time on, because you know what happened, I know what happened, we knew what was going to happen before it even happened. The featured prelim, the easiest fight to pick on the card, because there's no world you could have got this wrong. As we had the biggest favorite in UFC history, I believe, at least 1 point on the odds, at middleweight to end the prelims for featured prelim, and maybe one of the scariest fighters on the roster. We had to end the prelims with the most predictable fighting of the year, Ateba Gautier versus Tre'ston Fines. Yeah, Gautier fucking killed him. There's not really much to recap. Fight started, Vines ran away for like a minute. Eventually he shot in on a piss poor takedown. Gautier just pushed him away a little bit and kneed him in the head, kind of perfectly timed. Dropped him, Vines got up, clearly still shaking, and Gautier just went after him at that point. Vines clinched up with him. Gautier kind of just pushed him off and threw him on the ground. A few ground and pound shots later, and Ateba Gautier got the finish, the win, and the fucking third one of the year in, what, under 2 minutes? This dude's fucking scary. Like, I'm not gonna say much about the fight. He fucking ran through him like butter. There's nothing to say there. To talk about fighters, I'm not gonna say much about Vines. Respect for stepping in. Good luck in your next fight in UFC. You had no chance here. For this motherfucker who is not even close to being 23 years old, his kid's fucking scary. Like, the UFC wants their second Ngannou. They might have it here, because this guy's scary. Like, he's just good. He's just good. I don't know what he's made out of, but he's good. And what else can you say? 3-0 now, all his wins in what, under, like, combined, what, under 5 minutes, 4 minutes? And again, yes, shit fighters, but Jesus Christ, man, this kid's fucking terrifying. He's gonna be an issue. Like, I don't even know what to say. He's just good. He's really fucking good. He's scary. Good luck fighting this motherfucker. He's good. What else can you say? He's not 23, he's probably close, but he's, I don't know what the fuck he's made out of, but he's just good. Easily middleweight's scariest prospect right now, and that's a lot when you do got a few other good ones, so you middleweight, good luck. The only thing I have to say now is, who should I fight next? And I'm gonna say, give Ateba a top 15 guy. Fuck it, what do you got to lose? I want to see him against Marvin Vettori. I want, there you go, pretty simple. I want to see him against Marvin Vettori. That'd be a good fight. Can he be the first person to ever actually, like, finish Vettori? I see no reason not to do that fight. Book it. I think it makes complete sense. Do it. Gutierrez, Vettori, that could be an Apex main event in, like, I don't know, January, February. I want to see it. I think the people would want to see it. They're not going to do it because I think they're going to give Ateba another tomato can. But I think they should fucking just say, fuck it, give him a real fight. Give him Vettori. See if what he can do there. You pushed guys like Pyfer, Abus, fucking all those guys who we'll talk about in a minute, to the moon, Ikram. Why not Ateba? Give him Vettori. Book it. It makes sense. It'd be great. Apex main event. Everyone would want to see. Book it. There you go. What else can you say? This kid's scary fucking good. He might be Ngannou 2.0. And, yeah, let's see what the fuck he can do. Let's get him a real fight. Let's get him Marvin Vettori. Book it. Gutierrez is a problem. Easy win for him. Vines, respect for stepping in, but you never had a chance here. And, yeah, let's see Ateba versus Vettori. I want to see that Apex main event in, like, January. If that's the first main event of the year, I'd be more than happy with it. Book it. Don't waste Adeba's time. There you go. He's scary. A great way to end the prelims. And there you go. That's after an hour and 9 fights. Those were the prelims. Pretty good. Overall, I thought there was more good than bad. The only bad really was the Hardy fight with ass, the Puna fight with ass. The rest was fine. Some good finishes. Santos, Gutierrez, Edmen. The Yana fight was good. Ramiz. And then the forgettable, like, Farid. So, I thought it was a good card. I enjoyed it. And, prelims-wise, I enjoyed it. Even if some of the early prelims were kind of weak. I thought it was a good prelims. I enjoyed them. 9 fights, can't complain. That's almost a whole card nowadays. And, yeah, pretty good prelims lead into the main card. I'm happy overall with them. And, was a pretty good way to head into what was a very good main card. So speaking of that, let's head right into that since we're already an hour in. So let's talk about the MC. Now I can say a lot about some of these fights, X-rays and some were quick. But we'll see what we get out of this. As we begin with the main card opener, a fight that I'm still a little bit shocked the UFC actually did, but they got the outcome they wanted here. So I get why they would do, because they got their boy another win. As we had in our main card opener, staying at middleweight for a fight between two prospects, quotation marks, that are not half as good as Ateba. We had in our main card opener of UFC 320, our first pay-per-view fight since Hamza and Drakus 2 months ago almost. We had to open the main card on pay-per-view, Joe Pyfer versus a Boost Magomedov. This was a perfectly forgettable fraud battle to begin the main card. Round 1, Pyfer for some reason thought he knew how to grapple, so he tried to. Boost reversed him and just dominated him on the ground all of round 1, clearly taking that round. But then in round 2, Pyfer came out, kind of like the main event guy, and just started throwing bombs at Boost, cracked him pretty good, hurt him, dropped him, started grappling with him, and after a little bit of that, he finally got on the back, locked up the rear naked choke, and got to submission under 2 minutes into round 2. Joe Pyfer gets the win to open the main card over a fraud on Magomedov, and yeah, pretty forgettable fight between two shitty fighters. Not really a whole lot else to really say there. Yeah, it was a little better than I thought it would be, to be honest. I thought it was kind of be a dud like the Gastelum and Pyfer fight, but it was fine. It happened. And, yeah, Pyfer got the W. Good for him. It happened. Not really a whole lot else to say. Fine main card opener. At least ended in a finish. Cool. That's about that. I guess let's talk about the fighters. Beginning with the winner, Dana's favorite middleweight, Joe Pyfer, now getting his 3rd win in a row. 6 overall in the UFC. Yeah, he's still a bum fraud, but you know, he can beat shit fighters. Like, the second he gets to step up in competition, he's going to lose because he's just not that good. But again, he can beat shitty fighters, so pretty simple. Boost is not some great one, neither is Kelvin Gastelum, but it's wins, I guess. Didn't deserve a bonus here at all, but you know, Dana loves him, and yeah, not very much else to say. He looked fine against a shit fighter. I don't know why he's trying to grapple when his only skill is striking really hard, but whatever. Pyfer got the job done, so that really doesn't matter. And then for the loser of the fight, the opponent of fraud, Magomedov, getting his 3rd L in the UFC, now a 1 win above 500 in the UFC. He's not good. We know this. His wins are shit. Bruno Ferreira and Michel Pereira, garbage. His losses are to guys who actually have any bit of fucking skill. Boost is terrible. He's 35, another can from PFL. Yeah, not much to say. He's just gonna be pretty below average. He'll beat shittier fighters, like probably in his next fight I could see him fighting like André Petrosky or GM3 or some shit like that and getting a win. But yeah, anytime he fights anyone any bit good, he will lose. So yeah, not very much else to say. It's a Boost Magomedov. We've known he's a fraud since his 2nd UFC fight. He sucks, and that's about that. The only thing left to say now is, of course, who should they fight next? For body bags, they're gonna give him a top 15 guy because they fucking love him, and I think the obvious answer would be Roman Dolidze would make the most sense for him. It would be the easiest fight for him to get into top 15. He would probably win that fight, I would imagine, for Pyfer. And outside that, who you can give him a top 15 that he could beat at Graham's book? They're not going to do that fight with Costa because they like both. Cannonier would beat him, MVP would school him, and obviously he's not getting anyone that any higher. Dolidze makes most sense, coming off getting fucking manhandled by Fluffy. it's the most winnable fight for Pyfer in the top 15. And again, it's not a lock that he would win that fight, because Dolidze is fucking probably the best opponent he has fought up to this point, if he did fight him. But, yeah, it's the most winnable fight for him in the top 15, so... Not counting Ikram, because he's a book. I think he would beat Ikram. Probably he would beat Vittori and Costa. But, like, as much as I don't like Pyfer, he probably would win these 4 fights, more than likely, so... But, I think Dolidze is the most realistic, reasonable, and easiest fight for Pyfer, who was not booked. And, yeah, so I think they're gonna do that. I think it makes sense. That could be like a fucking... I could see that being like another pay-per-view fight. Maybe the White House or some bullshit. And, yeah. So, book it. Makes sense. Yeah, and then a boost will go back to fighting tomato cans and then losing every time you get to step up in competition. So, pretty simple. Not very much else to it. Both, we already know these guys are frauds. Pyfer's just a little bit better. And, yeah. Not really much more to say. Fine win for Pyfer, getting another win against a shit fighter. Let's see him fight Rome Dolidze, because the UFC wants to give him a top 15 shot. They want him to be so good, but he's so not. Fine win for Pyfer. A boost sucks. Let's see Pyfer Dolidze, where Pyfer could lose that because he's still shit, but more than likely that'd be the easiest way to get him in the top 15, so book it. There you go. After that, we begin the big 3. And now we are starting this card off with a bang. Well, not starting the card off, but getting into the bangs of this card, because, ooh boy, was this good. As we all predicted, because this was never going to be a bad fight, as we had in our start of the big 3 on this card, the third fight of the main card, the first of 2 at light heavyweight in the big 3, a banger, because these guys can never not have a great fight. We had in our third fight of the main card, the start of the big 3 on this card, Jiří Procházka versus Khalil Rountree Jr. Jiří's gonna Jiří. Like, what can you really say about this fight? There's just not a whole lot to be said. I'm not gonna say a lot here because, again, there's nothing to really be said. For the first 10 minutes of the fight, Jiří looked terrible and was getting his ass beat, and then going into round 3, he just decided I was going to win now, and he did. He took it to Khalil, beat the shit out of him for a couple minutes in round 3, and then finally knocked him out with a beautiful uppercut that sent him out cold. Jiří Procházka gets the win, gets the finish, and that's Jiří for you. What else would you expect? Like, what else can I say? Jiří's going to Jiří. He decides when he feels like winning. He's that fucking... Unless he's fighting Pereira. He's just that good, and he's gonna decide when he feels like winning, and he decided like winning in round 3. Khalil was gassed after beating the shit out of Jiří for 10 minutes, and then he fucking got finished. Like, what else is there to really say? Like, that's Jiří. Probably all I can say about the fight. It was great. Of course, got 5 tonight, and Jiří ended with a performance bonus as well. So 100k there. He deserves it. We all love Jiří, and he's fucking awesome. So what else can you say? To talk about the fighters, there's even less to say here. For Jiří, he's Jiří. Now 6-2 in the UFC. Only lost it to Pereira. He's top, one of the best light heavyweights on the roster. Like, he's great. What else is there to say? Like, he's got a bonus for almost every fight. Every fight he's had that's not Pereira, he's got a bonus or 2. And yep, he's Jiří. He decides when he feels like winning, unless he's fighting Pereira. We love him. He's fucking insane. Bring back the giant fucking tail on his head. That's just why we love Jiří. And then for Khalil, we've kind of seen Khalil's level by now. Like, he's really good. We know this. We know Khalil is a very good fighter. But we've seen his level by now. He's not on the level of Pereira, Jiří, Allberg, but he, maybe even Nikolay, but he's better than your fucking Ratchik, Hill, Yana. Like, he's really fucking good. And what else can you really say? He's really good, but he is not good enough to beat the higher echelon of guys, and that's fine. He's still top 10. He's gonna stay in the top 10. He's really good, but again, that higher echelon of guys, he just can't get past. And when it's Pereira and Jiří, Jesus Christ, can you really be that upset about that? So, yeah, sucks for Khalil, but he'll be back. He'll beat up like fucking Ratchik or some bullshit, and yeah, he's just really fucking good. About really all I can think to say. We've seen his level now, and it's high, just not high enough. So there you go. About all I can say. This fight was batshit, so just no need to really go too much in depth on a fight that's just fucking phenomenal. So yeah, that was about that for the fighters and the fight. So really, the only thing left to say is who should they fight next? For Jiří, and we'll talk about this more when we get to main event, but he should fight Ankalaev, and again, we'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, that would make the most sense. I'll put more depth into that when we get there, so I think that would make the most sense. And then for Khalil, he's in a weird spot now. I heard Yana might be fighting Bogdan Gushkov, so the winner of that maybe would make the most sense to fight Khalil. I'd probably say, or maybe the winner of Ratchik Muzakhanov, but I think that winner will probably fight Jamal. So yeah, I think Khalil could probably fight the winner of Yana and Gushkov if they really are doing that fight for Qatar. So yeah, I think it would make the most sense, so why not book it? And yeah, really all I gotta say there. Good fight. Jiří is Jiří, Khalil is Khalil. There's no way these two are gonna ever have a bad fight. And yeah, we love Jiří for a reason, and these are the reasons. Let's see him in Ankalaev, which we'll expand on more in a minute. Khalil can fight the winner of Yana and Gushkov if they're really doing that fight. And yeah, great fight. Jiří's amazing. Khalil's great, but we know its level. What else is there to really say? This is why we love Jiří Procházka. And then, after that, we get to title time. Oh boy, it's been a while, but titles are back on the line as we hit our 13th fight of the night, our co-main event of the evening, super predictable, for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Not gonna waste a lot of time here because there's not really much to be said, because anyone with a brain predicted this correctly, as we had our co-main event of the evening, our first title fight in a long time, it feels like. We had in our co-main event for the Bantamweight title, as predictable as it can get, the greatest Bantamweight of all time, Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. Yeah, not a whole lot to say here. I think everyone predicted this to a T. Round one, I guess the only close round of the fight you could give to Sandhagen. I guess being nice, you give it to Sandhagen. And then Merab went full Merab and won. Good shit verdict. He dropped Sandhagen round 2, almost finished him. No, I'm not joking. And then dominated round 3, round 4, round 5. Easily won 49-46. Fuck, you can even say 50-45 if you really wanted. Domination, predictable. Not really a whole lot to say. Merab is the greatest bantamweight of all time. Wiped the floor with Sandhagen easily. Again, might have lost a round. And yeah, pretty easy, pretty simple. Not much to say. Predictable. One of the most predictable title fights of the year. What can you even say at this point? What the fuck can you even say at this point about Merab? He's the greatest bantamweight of all time. It's truly that fucking simple. His striking is getting better. He almost finished Corey. You can make a case they could have stopped the fight there. His grappling is phenomenal. His cardio is phenomenal. What are you even meant to say about this dude at this point? He's the greatest bantamweight of all time. How are you beating him? He should be the second pound for pound in the rankings. He's better than Islam ever was. What the fuck are you meant to even say at this point? He's holding this belt until he feels like losing it. Until he retires. Who's gonna beat him? Yan? No. Umar? We fucking know that ain't true. And then what are your other options? Montel Jackson, who's good, but come on. Ayman Zahabi, Mario Batista. He's holding this belt until he gets bored with it. It's that simple. He's fucking phenomenal. He's the second best fighter in the world right now. He's the greatest bantamweight of all time. What else are you meant to say? He's too fucking good, and he's getting better. His head striking is getting better. Again, he almost finished Sandhagen. Like, he didn't look like that against fucking O'Malley or Yan or Umar, but his striking looked phenomenal here. It's Merab. What else can you say? He's great. Fuck, man. Greatest bantamweight of all time. I'm sorry, Cruz, but it's true. That's your group GOAT bantamweight. And then for the opponent, Corey Sandhagen, I got nothing really to say. My thoughts on him stay the same. I still don't know what people see in him outside of just being a very mid gatekeeper. He's fine. He'll go back to Apex main events and all that. He's a fine gatekeeper. He was never going to be champ. He's just a worse O'Malley. Yan would beat him. Yan did beat him. Umar beat him. O'Malley would beat him. Merab beat him. Song Yadong would probably win a rematch against him. Like, he's fine. He can go beat up, like, Ayman Zahabi or fucking, I don't know, someone like that and get a win. But, yeah, he's never going to be champ. He should have never got this title shot to begin with because that Figgy win was meaningless. And, yeah, he's just a mid-gatekeeper. What he always has been, what he will be. He's just a gatekeeper. So he had no chance in this fight, and he didn't deserve this fight anyway. And like I told y'all, he's just fine. He's just a worse O'Malley. He's just he's an O'Malley that no one gives a shit about. Well, he's just a worse O'Malley. So, with that being said, the only thing I have to say, and there's not really much of a debate here, we say, who should they fight next? For Merab, it's pretty obvious he's going to rematch Pyotr. It's a fight that should have been happening last night, but, you know, whatever. He's going to rematch Pyotr. We already know it. Simple. He'll win that again. Not much else to say. And then for Sandhagen, yeah, again, I said as a joke, but he probably should fight Ayman Zahabi if he beats Cheeto, or maybe Montel Jackson if he beats Figgy, when he beats Figgy. So, one of those two, pretty easy. Simple. Corey can win that, and then he'll fight up and lose like he always does. Actually, Montel Jackson might beat him, to be honest. We'll have that conversation a different day. Yeah, simple. Not really much else to say. Yeah, Merab and Pyotr too. The fight that should have been happening here. Corey will fight Pereira's hobby or Montel Jackson. Pretty simple. Not much to say about this fight. Was it a good fight? Not really. Merab almost finishing Corey was like the only like highlight really. The rest were Merab being Merab. And yeah. Not really all there is to say. Predictable, easy fight. Merab's great. Let's see him fight Yana again and beat him just to keep adding on to his fucking insane legacy. Simple. Next. And then, finally, to cap off a great night of fights, we end them with the main event of the evening. What we all want to happen actually happened as we had in the main event, the quick main event. That didn't even go 90 seconds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. We had to end UFC 320 with a happy ending. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Shama fucking did it, baby. Could bring a tear to my eye. He actually did it. Oh, that's so fucking, thank God. I'm so happy to be wrong with my pick here. Long story short about the fight, Pereira was pissed off. He ran him down. He landed a big overhand right that hurt Ankalaev. He threw Ankalaev on the ground. After about 30 unanswered shots, the ref finally stopped the fight. And Pereira is a two-time and new light heavyweight champion. Thank God he did it. We're saved. Shama motherfuckers. What can you even say? Pereira's amazing. So happy for him. Back doing what he does best, and that is just being amazing. Getting his belt back, and new, and again. Light heavyweight is saved. What can you say? He ran through him like paper. Maybe he was sick for the first fight, who fucking knows. But, he wasn't sick this time. Ran through Ankalaev, easily beat him. No need for a trilogy. Gonna fight Carlos Ulberg next. What else can you say? Amazing, amazing, amazing. He's back. Better than ever. Shama motherfuckers. You'd love to see it. What else can you say? Shama. About really all I can say when he ran through him in 80 seconds. And speaking of the man who got ran through, the bum, boring bitch, Magomed Ankalaev. Yeah, he sucks. Pretty simple. We already knew this. Yeah, no reason for a trilogy. He's gonna be the most forgettable champion in UFC history, because was he even champion? Debatable. He sucks. He can go fight Jiří and probably lose. Pretty simple. Not much to it. Yeah, bye bitch. We're not gonna miss you. Now he really should get traded to PFL, but I think they would say no, because Dakota's actually good. Magomed is not. So, yep, you suck. Good riddance, you piece of shit. Bum, can, boring, bitch. Good riddance, you suck, Shama fucker. That's about really all to say. I'm fucking as happy as you can get. So happy for Pereira. Ending the night on a happy ending. It's awesome. And of course, I really don't gotta waste a lot of time telling you who should they fight next, because we already know the answer. Alex is gonna fight Ulberg. It makes the most sense. Alex against Izzy's protege, writes itself. And then Ank and Jiří makes the most sense. Winner can fight the winner of Alex and Ulberg. There you go. Makes sense. Book it. Let's have Pereira Ulberg main event the first Paramount card. It makes sense. So, well, we'll see what they do. Alex is great. Ulberg will be a good fight, but he'll probably knock him out pretty easily. Jiří should beat Ankalaev. Somehow we're gonna get to Jiří Pereira 3, and I'm not upset about it. Great fight, great main event. Shama's back. Let's see what Ulberg can do. If he can do any better, I don't think he can do worse. Shama. That's all you can say. Shama. The king is back. Ankalaev sucks. Happy for Alex, and new, and again. Shama, great, happy ending to end UFC 320. And finally, after almost 90 minutes of talking about this card, I can finally say, boom, that was the card, that was the recap. To go over how I did picks to finally end this video. Very late coming out with this again, I'm sorry. But, you know, it can't be perfect for a pay-per-view in a while. On picks, I went 10 of 14, 6 perfect, 690. Got a few wrong, but what can you do? Ankalaev I was happy to be wrong about. Jiří got frauded, and Vanderford is a Van Zant, so what do you expect? I'll take it, still got a couple nice picks. Him, Yana. So, I'll take it. Could be worse, could be better. Not upset. The bonuses for the card went Fight of the Night, Jiří and Khalil, no shit. Performance bonuses to Alex, Jiří, and Pyfer. Again, I think Santos should get a bonus, but I guess he did miss weight necessarily, so I would just stuck to these three. But, whatever. I'm happy Jiří walked away with 100k, and Alex got a bonus. Pyfer didn't deserve it, but Daniel fucking loves him for some reason, so whatever. If you missed a card, what should I say? You should go back and rewatch. I would say, obviously, the last 3 fights, just 'cause they were decent. Gutierrez, just 'cause that kid's fucking special. Maybe Daniel Santos if you want. Yana, that fight was alright. And maybe Ramiz. Everything else you can kind of skip. Hardy, skip. Farid, yeah, you can skip. Punahele for sure. Edmen if you want to see it. Mix if you want to see how shit he is. Watch it if you want. Should watch Ateba just because he's special. Pyfer, I wouldn't care to watch again. And then obviously the big 3, so for sure I would say fuck it, watch the finish to the Ramiz fight. Yana if you want. Edmen, Daniel if you want. Ateba for sure, and then the big 3. Everything else you could skip, in my opinion. Second to last thing, and everyone's favorite segment, and mine included, the chopping block. Oh, it's good to be back with our favorite segment of the show. And who is the lucky ones this week? I would say there's a 2-headed chopping block this week, and that would be Brogan Walker and Patchy Mix. I think both make complete sense. Brogan's 0-3. Get gone, bitch. Patchy is the worst fighter to fight on this card. Get gone, bitch. And yeah, those two should get the fuck out. You could make a case for Muniz and Nikolay, but I think the UFC will keep them. They like Nikolay for some reason, and Muniz can get one more beating before getting cut, so I think that would make sense. Outside of that, like, who else would you cut? Vanderford? No. Gutierrez? No. Chiasson? I doubt it. Jusang? No. Vines will get another fight. A boost, if they did, I would not mind, and obviously Khalil, Corey, and Magomedov won't get cut. Nikolay could get traded, but, you know, that ain't gonna happen. So there you go for that, and then finally, as always, we gotta give the card a rating as our final thing, and I think my rating for UFC 320, I'll say a 8.7 out of 10. I thought it was very good. A few things brought it down, like a few bad fights on the early prelims, and even a little bit of the main card was not phenomenal, but overall I thought it was good, and I feel an 8.7 is a very fair rating. So, yeah, I would say an 8.7 out of 10. It was good. It was very good. I enjoyed it. Some really good moments on it. Ended on a high. What else can you ask for? Great card. Great pay-per-view to return. After, 2 months without a pay-per-view, it felt like. Happy the card is good, happy pay-per-views are back, and what a way to kick off October, which is a stacked month of fights. As obviously, next week we go from Las Vegas all the way over to Brazil for Oliveira and Gomerot. That card's alright, few good fights on it. They have their own little big 3 on that card. Luque, Joel, they got obviously Figgy and Montel Jackson, and then the main event. Few of the prelims are decent. It's alright. It's a fine fight night. At least it's on an Apex card. And yeah, that'll be next week. Obviously, video-wise, breakdown, recap, you already know, Friday and Sunday. Shorts whenever I do them. Streams Tuesday through Sunday night. And yeah, I think that's about that, man. UFC 320's in the books. Still riding the high of it a bit. So, I don't know. It was great. I enjoyed it. And yeah. Again, I'm sorry to get this video out so late. I planned on doing it last night. I got tired, and it won't happen again kind of soon. So, it happens, of course. I am human at the end of the day, but yeah, next week, since the card's a lot earlier, we'll be doing a recap on Saturday night, and then I'll be putting up earlier on Sunday, because this is going to be coming out at like 7:30, 8, so not ideal, but what can you do? Shit happens, I'm human, and I still, y'all can still watch the after party to hear what I thought of the card. Here's a recap video for you videos watchers. I love y'all, I hope you enjoyed, and for the videos, again, Friday and Sunday. Can't wait. Streams and shorts, you already know. UFC 320 recap in the books. It's a good, great pay-per-view. Happy they're back. And let's get out of here before it gets any later and the video comes out any later. So, sorry for the late video, but I still did anyway. Still a reasonable time, so hope you all enjoy. With that being said, I will end this by saying, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. 200 subs goal by the end of 2025. As always, unless I'm forgetting to say something which I don't believe I am. Shama, motherfuckers. Let's end this by saying, as always, RX out. Good vibes only. And Shama.